Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I have not looked at the market today. I was going to save it. Bitcoin was over 10,000 when I went to sleep though. Refresh. So, yeah, I went to bed. It was about 309 billion. We're sitting at roughly 311 billion. You know, Bitcoin is just chilling real nice, right over 10,000. Just, I said 250 billion market cap, 10K Bitcoin before 2018, and we still have, a whole month to go. A very important month. We have been building, crypto as a whole has been building a lot of momentum leading into these later months. And I really believed when we survived the way we did those July, because June was decent, then July was brutal. August was a recovery, and then we had the lull, September, and then we really started to hit the gears. The Jamie Diamond FUD, all that China FUD, all of that backfired. And here we are right now. Just money pouring in left and right into the crypto market. Very good to see everything kind of holding its place. Just going to look at the market with you guys. So, got $10,000 Bitcoin. Ethereum's almost, 472. It's holding its ground. It's, it's impressive with the bull. We're starting to see Bitcoin go on a bull run and others hold their positions a little bit better. Yeah, they lose Satoshi value, but the USD value still stays intact for the most part. You got Bitcoin Cash chilling under 1,600. Even Bitcoin Gold's still over 300. It's amazing. It's amazing that everyone hasn't dumped their Bitcoin Gold for Bitcoin on this bull run. It's pretty impressive, actually. Litecoin, $93, $94. Just kind of chilling, it's like Vegeta right next to Goku's Bitcoin. Just, going along for the ride. It's pretty cool to see. Really, Neo's holding its own. Now I'm just going to skip and go look at the coins that I'm in. Neo's looking primed for another run. I mean, it's quietly doubled. Not a lot of news. Walton was going crazy. EOS was over $3 yesterday. Just absolutely destroying things. As soon as these ICOs start coming up with EOS, we could really just see something crazy going on. You don't play when you have Dan Larimar and damn near $1 billion. That's some crazy. That's crazy competition right there for Ethereum. How is BitConnect still around? $300 hasn't. So that's kind of odd because normally BitConnect goes up with Bitcoin, but I noticed that it hasn't been doing that, and everyone's calling it a Ponzi scheme. And then I noticed these huge dumps. I normally don't get, I really hate wasting my time with this bullshit, but I just noticed that. So, I'm not sure what you guys think that looks like, but to me, it looks like somebody's getting out. And the price is going down while Bitcoin's going up. So just keep an eye on that for you out there adventurers who don't care about risk, because that is very, 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 very extreme risk. Basic attention token, basically 20 cents almost. Just absolutely crushing the market. We had that huge run up with Syscoin. Of course, what comes up comes down, but it just absolutely took off. Glad I was able to get a few more master nodes before the price, because I don't think it's going to get any cheaper than that. It's crazy because they added to a Korean exchange. When all of these coins start to be added that haven't, I'm still waiting for Neo and BitThumb. Can you imagine? And there's no reason it shouldn't be on there. It's on CoinList. It's only a matter of time, right? Can't keep Neo out. It's a fucking top 10 coin. No, was top 10 coin. Ethereum Classic just absolutely going bonkers. I can already tell you that it's going to be from Korea. Yeah, no shock there. Koreans love their cheap Ethereum and their cheap Bitcoin. Most of the volume for Bitcoin Cash comes out of Korea. Yeah. You got to hit BTC and Bitfinex. That's surprising. Normally coin one is at least second or third there. Oh yeah, Cardano. I don't know, man. Cardano is like, what the fuck? It just going. It is just absolutely going parabolic. Nuts. This is supposed to be. I believe this is like Walton. I believe. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, my friends are really big on that. I actually have not gotten any Cardano. Probably should have. Let's see. Oh yeah, so basically, gonna go over a few questions I normally get. People talk about lures on small volume coins, and they ask if that actually lowers the price when you're setting lures. And in theory, you would think, like when you first stumble upon it, you would think, oh yeah. But when you factor in all the results, meaning the game is ruthless, so it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to pay. And the thing, the problem with, if there's somebody willing to sell a coin at a loss or at a very, very cheap price, and let's say you buy at ask price and they dump to you, they still have coin left over that they want to sell because they want to sell all those coins, right? Because they're willing to dump however many coins. So then they're just going to dump anyway. And then guess what? The price falls and you let the asshole get top dollar. Instead, you set a lure and you force him to sell, 30% more coins than he would have gotten. Because some of these people take 30, 40%, 50% losses. That's a lot more coins you're yanking out of dumpers' hands. And then there's usually an autocorrect. And it's just a matter of time before there's no more dumpers and there's only strong hands. And what it also does is it takes away from the buy sell or the sell walls. So what happens is you're taking all these coins from these weak hands before they don't have any more. And then you have all the strong hands and the price slowly will start to cement around an area, right? You'll see it. Then it'll start to slowly build a base. And then there's any good news. It's like dry grass and a spark, a flame. And it just absolutely takes off because there's no more sell walls. And you have all of these people down here who have been, strong hands accumulating. Anybody buying a coin when it's down are considered strong hands. They're not looking to make a quick flip. They usually believe in the coin. That's why they're buying it when it's down and staking or whatever coin you may have. And it doesn't take long before that. That's why these altcoins, man, especially some of the quote unquote lower volume coins before they become big volume, one of them get on a big exchange, some big news happens, and then before you know it, they just, I remember when Syscoin was like 10 cents and it would always dump back down to 10 cents. It's just never going back down there again. And that's just the thing. Like, and another thing is, in a perfect world, yeah, if everyone wanted to buy up the ladder, that would be fucking honky donkey. But we're dealing with the real world, and we're dealing with dumpers who don't give a fuck, and they're just gonna fucking tear the price down anyway. So you got to fight fire with fire. You can't be in there hurting your ammo stacks. So, and then there's another thing. Let's not differentiate lures from spears, because someone like me, I have a lot of no limit coin, for example. So I'm not really looking to buy up the ladder because I have a ton of it. So if I want more, I'm just going to get a good deal on it. But if I'm not getting a good deal, then I already have so much that it's like, well, it's not, why wouldn't I want a good deal? Now, if you don't have a no limit coin or you have a small amount and you're looking at the price and you're like, man, that's mighty affordable. I've never been able to afford something like this because the price is so down. And then while you're sitting there second guessing, asking questions, looking at it, saying, oh, I don't know, not throwing a spear, maybe you set a lower, maybe it doesn't hit, and then the price goes parabolic. And that's when people usually kick themselves, because the biggest question I always get asked is the same thing with EOS. People say, why didn't I buy it at 50 cents when you were just sitting there scooping it up all day at 50 cents? And I'm like, I don't know, because it was 50 cents. And you thought maybe it would go to 20 cents. Let's be realistic. Hindsight's 2020. Like, everyone thinks they're fucking a genius and, I should have bought more. But let's be real. At the time, people were thinking, oh man, the ICO, all these millions of coins are going to dump out every day. It's just going to go to 20 cents, right, guys? And I was like, I don't know, but if it does, I don't care. I would just buy more. But I am throwing spears, so I don't miss out. That's the whole point of a spear. You have coins that you want, and you have coins that you wouldn't mind having, right? So if it's a coin that I absolutely think is going to do good, and I don't have a large amount, I throw spears. Because I got to think, okay, if the price is this low, how much lower can it realistically go compared to how high it can realistically go? So if a coin is down and you're like, well, it might go down another 20%, maybe another 30%, maybe, but I cannot see it getting any cheaper than that. If that's what you're telling yourself from your research. But you're saying, but man, if this thing was to get on a big exchange or any kind of good news, it could easily double. It could easily triple. So when I'm looking at my bets, how do I make my bets? Does that make sense when I break it down? Because it's very easy to find a coin that's hit a floor that it's like, man, it's just really not going to get any cheaper. And if it does get cheaper, the dumpers are going to be losing so much coin at this point that, it's over. A little bit of good news, dry grass, fire, blows up the whole thing. So that's just whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't matter because it's the real world, and that's how the real world works in trading. People always want to get a good deal, and this is the way to at least punish the people who are impatient. And that leads me into so a lot of people want to get rich, they want to get wealthy. And I asked them, okay, well, let's say you got Bitcoin at 2 cents. Would you have been the guy that sold it at $1? You got Bitcoin at 2 cents. It hits $1. That's a lot of gains. That's 50x. That's a lot of gains. And would you have been the guy that sold at $10 if you got it at 2 cents? What about $50? Hindsight's 2020. It's $50. You just heard some FUD from China. You got this bitch for 2 cents. What are you gonna do? Let's say you got 6 figures. From $1, you got like almost, you got $250,000 now from $1. And you got China FUD, and you got weak hands selling. What are you doing at $50? Be fucking realistic. What are you doing at $50? I already know what I'm doing. I'm cold. I can prove what I do. I'm a holder till the end. It's just what I do. It's like I said, it's not financial advice. I ask, these are the questions that when people ask me, and then they think about it like, well, dude, I would probably sell if I had $50. I was like, all right, bet. And what would you be doing at $10,000 right now? A lot of people are looking at the price today like, man, I got to sell it now because, I can't lose out. And they have no fucking foresight. In a few years, imagine if you sold Bitcoin at $1 because you made all of these gains. It's possible, and a lot of people did. Remember the great bear whale, the bear whale they call him. He sold 30,000 Bitcoin. I think it was in 2014 for, I think it was $300 a piece. Hindsight's a bitch. Hindsight's 2020 every time. You always think you're a genius. You always think you know what you're going to do. That's why I hedge against that. I'm not a fucking wizard. I'm not going to see into the future. I foresee what I foresee. I take all the available data and then I carve that path. But no one's a fucking fortune seeker. So I just hedge my bets. And I'm saying, well, guess what? I'm a maximalist. I want to make the most money. I'm not in it for the short gains. I'm not the guy who sells at $1. I'm the guy who rides it to $1 million a coin, or I end up on the streets as a hobo because I don't care about losing. It's not about losing. It could all go to zero. I don't care. The biggest pain, in my opinion, is the guy who sold for $1. I'd rather be a broke fucking hobo on the streets right this second than to be the guy who sold 10,000 Bitcoin for $1. Ask yourself. At least after you're a hobo, you can get up and fucking build and have a nice, strong psyche. It takes a strong mindset to get over something like that when you sell, when you short yourself like that. And so I don't ever want to have that pain, that regret. So I'm a maximalist. I'm a holder. I look for the most ridiculous gains. I go after the riskiest, craziest projects to try to, turn out these crazy, crazy gains. And I'm really good at it. And I really enjoy it. So, I'm not your advisor. I love the bloodshed. When the prices are down, I'm happy. I'm a crazy psycho. So like, if you're just some average investor seeing my channel for the first time, wanting to dance in the arena that I'm dancing in, be prepared because it's fucking crazy. And I really love the bloodshed. I'm built for this. A lot of people aren't. So, and there's no shame in that. Some people can't handle these, but if you ever listen to my voices when the market is down, I always sound the happiest. I'm always giddy when the markets are down. It's when the money's made because I know where we're going. And if we don't go there, I don't care. Then I'm broke. Oh, good fucking whoop-de fucking whoop. But if we do get there, I'm going to be like a quadrillionaire because I'm looking for the maximum. What else was I going to get into? And this is the thing. A lot of people, one of my friends was getting some advice from some email subscription thing. And I'm telling people, man, like I don't have any. Hey, make your money, make your fucking money. But I'd be very wary of the people who are trying to sell you shit, and the people who act like they've been there. From my experience, the people who've been there are usually quiet. They're not trying to sell you anything. They're not, they don't give a fuck. Those are the people that usually know. You don't really hear too many of the toppity top crusty people. And those are the people I like to study. Not really so much for their game. I just like, it's kind of like the person's been, the person is where I want to go financially. Yeah, I know it's apples and oranges. I'm not going to have the same path, but you can see some of the mentalities. It's like my competition, right? I look at Warren Buffett and I kind of laugh because I think he's a fucking soft motherfucker. I think I would carve him up in a hot minute in this crypto market or any kind of free market where there's no manipulation. So like and I see this as like legitimizing the game. So I just see all these top dogs, these billionaire fish that think that they're the shit, but really, they haven't really been out in the Congo, and crypto is the Congo. And that's why a lot of these billionaires are either A, scared of it, or B, tippy-toeing around it because they don't know. They've had to, when you're there, when they're at, you have the information carved up for you. You have rigged, you own the game. You move the pieces. It's not, there's no risk. It's no skill. It's just, you have the money and you have the connections. And crypto is not like that. To an extent it is, yeah, but not really because this is still true freedom. You can still go out and get it. You can be a hunter. And I'm going to look up a few coins. I haven't even looked at the prices of anything today. This around, it's sub 1600. It's so ridiculous. Such a good deal. Let's see what Vibe's doing. Looking up my cheaper coins. Not bad. Still fucking dirt cheap. 7 mil, under 7. They partnered with dude, just go read their website. Let's look at their website. Actually, I haven't seen. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. There's actually some really big news coming out. All right, immerse education. That's pretty dope. I've been so busy I haven't even had a chance to look at the website. Very cool. There's actually some really kind of ground-shaking news with No Limit Coin about to come out. I can't share it, but it's not the Alipay. You can use Alipay. It's not the Visa. You're about to be able to use Visa. They're slow, but everything's approved and ready to go. Let's see. I'm thinking buy. Is Alipay there yet? Oh yeah, you gotta go to crypto. 1 second. I just want to see something. All right. Bye. Oh, wow. So, yeah, you can use Alipay right now. Visa is going to be very, very soon. Coming soon is payments, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum. We'll be able to add some others. So, basically, we're just trying to make it as easy as you possibly can to get Bitcoin. And right now you can get with Alipay, which is absolutely massive. Getting the website's going to be translated in all languages. That's going to help us get on a lot of those other exchanges that we really want to get in. We really want to get into Korea, but this isn't even shit. There is something so big coming. It's going to be such a game changer. I'm absolutely in love. I wish I could tell you guys, but game changing news, like started from the bottom, now we're here type news coming. Yeah, I'll get into it later when I can get into it, but just very, very excited with some of the new developments, some of the new ideas and uniqueness coming to No Limit Coin. I think everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised with the future we're going. What else is there? Kind of a sloppy episode today, but I really don't care. Just wanted to look through the market. You guys, Raiden took a big hit. I mean, finally, right? I mean, it was over $5. It was going insane. See, Coin's just putting in a little bit of work, 5%, 10% gains. It's like we still out here. We ain't dead yet. Fun fair. All right, Quant Stamp. Wow, Quant Stamp's getting fucking destroyed. I mean, it did rise like crazy. Hacking is about to be unleashed. I think people slept on that ICO like so bad. I mean, I think security is going to be utmost importance right now. So you're not going to be, and they attack different angles. So I think you would want to use both if you were a high-tech ICO. Also, it's got some good ICOs coming out. A lot of good things coming out today, guys. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kill it here. Cheers. Peace.